Hi, welcome on into our premiere show here with SherlaGrace.com. That's where all the shopping is going to be happening today. My name is Cathy Pedrayes, and for the next hour, we're going to be talking about CBD products and specifically beauty products that are infused with CBD. So we're going to talk about the benefits of that, what that is, why is it. If you're joining us on any of our digital channels, feel free to use the chat as an opportunity, to ask questions about CBD products, ask questions throughout the show, and maybe we can bring them up and kind of incorporate it into the show. So this hour, I mentioned we're talking about beauty products. We're going to be talking about a company named Sacred Leaf. So everything that you're going to see in this hour is called Sacred Leaf. And I have with me, joining us, is Megan. Now, Megan owns several Sacred Leaf stores. She's also a medical massage practitioner. And some of the products we're going to be talking about involve body lotions and things like that. So we're going to talk about that. But before we get into it, Megan, thanks for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about Sacred Leaf as a brand? How long have they been around?
Sure.
Where are their farms? Tell me everything.
Yeah, so Sacred Leaf has been around for 4.5 years. Mm-hmm. We actually started in Kansas. We grow in Colorado. We also grow indoors in Oregon. Sorry about that. And basically, it's a seed-to-store company. So grow, manufacture, and we produce everything we carry. We do batch tests, we third-party tests, which is really important so you can ensure the transparency is there so you know exactly what's in that product. So that's one huge thing our customers look for, and we can show them exactly what they're getting.
And what about, because I know when we talk about CBD and some of the products in our show, we talk about Sacred Leaf and their collection, some of them have THC in it as well.
Right.
So what about regulation with that? Are there, any kind of certifications or anything like that that's relevant to the brand?
Sure. So basically, Sacred Leaf has a 0 THC and they have full spectrum. They also have broad spectrum, which is also going to fall in that 0 THC category. The full spectrum, by law, is 0.3% or less of THC. It's non-psychoactive, so you're not going to get any of that high feeling like you would if you were taking a marijuana product or something like that. So remember, marijuana is high in THC, low in CBD. Hemp is high in CBD and low in THC, and that's why we extract CBD from hemp.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's talk about CBD as it pertains to our beauty products. The first thing we're going to start with is an anti-aging cream, which has plant stem cells in it. So that's right over there. This sells for just under $30, $29. And you'll notice here on the packaging, it's a 1 ounce jar with 100 milligrams of that CBD throughout the product. And this is something that you could really use on your face. You can use it on parts of the body. You can use it down from the neck and the décolleté as well. When we talk about anti-aging, it's something that is really focused right here. Although we have some that are going to be focused on the body a little bit later. But talk to me about, first of all, why CBD in an anti-aging cream?
Sure. So CBD, just like we all know, is going to be definitely something that's going to be full body, internally going to heal. It's anti-inflammatory, but also on the skin, think of that as also being anti-inflammatory, antibacterial, antifungal, so any skin issues, it's going to help balance that out. We balance the inside out through homeostasis, then we also balance that out outside of our bodies.
Now, this one also has plant stem cells.
Yes.
What is that?
So the plant stem cells are actually from the hemp plant, and this is definitely what you need for something that's going to help with those wrinkles, like anti-aging, stop that aging process. And you can start using this as early as you can. So you want to try to prevent that, that process from happening.
I actually started using anti-aging products when I was 21. At first, it was with the sunblock, because obviously that's one of the most important things. And then, well, honestly, it just depended on my budget, how many products I incorporated, because as a 21-year-old college student, budget is definitely limited.
Well, I can tell you this, with this, my son also uses this too. So I know it says the anti-aging, but those antibacterial properties are really, really good. He's got that acne like I had at his age, and so it's really been able to help balance his skin.
So is this something that we would use day and night? Talk to me about this product and how we incorporate it.
Oh, definitely. So in the morning routine, if you wash your face, just apply after you wash your face. In the evening, also, apply. It doesn't have to be just on your face. If you're experiencing some issues down through the chest area from the sun, how you kind of get wrinkly in this area, but also for women that have cellulite. So cellulite, it actually helps reduce the appearance of cellulite, which is
so then that's some of that spot treatment that, you know, I was
Right.
talking about a little bit earlier that we can do. Now, talk to me with the packaging here too, because this is
Sure.
a little different from, you know, some of these other bottles where it's like the traditional pump. This
Right.
one is
I
a
love
different
this
dispensing
bottle.
system.
This is like one of my favorite products because it's really easy to dispense. Basically, it's a pump action. You're just going to pump a little there. Little goes a long ways.
So is that like enough to do full face?
Oh yeah, it spreads a long way. So I'm going to show you on my hand here. So you're just going to get the product here on the hand. See how far that goes? I mean, even that was almost more than enough that I needed. And it absorbs right away. It's not oily. You know, it's really lightweight.
Yeah.
And it doesn't leave it, you know, sheer.
Right, yeah, you don't get that like tacky feel. If your hand was tacky, I feel like I would be able to see it on the screen. I would be able to see it on camera. It would look like a thick, like goopy thing.
Right.
Yeah. Now, the one thing I really like about this kind of pump action as well is that it tends to reduce the oxygen that the product is exposed to.
Right.
Which, you know, preserves the life of the product.
Oh yeah, definitely. Definitely with the ingredients that we do put in this, you want to make sure that there is no air hitting it.
Can you talk to me about some of the ingredients?
Yeah, sure. So we do have the aloe in there as well. I don't know, a lot of people know with aloe, it's really good for any redness in the skin or sunburn and things like that. So really, if you have rosacea, I know a lot of people will use that for that. Okay. There is rose, there's avocado oil as well.
Oh, nice.
So I know a lot of benefits to that. A lot of people like that in their skincare products, and it doesn't clog your pores like coconut oil can. So I don't know if you know too much about coconut oil, but sometimes when you're applying coconut oil, it might be a little too much. So the avocado really helps with that.
Gotcha. Yeah, I use that sometimes with like my cuticles and things.
Right.
Sometimes I'll just literally stick my hand in like the cooking jar of coconut oil and I just spread it all around. Okay, so you've got like some really nice ingredients in here. The other thing I want to remind you of is, you know, this is only $29 to get it home. So incredibly affordable.
Right.
The website is actually right there just behind me, sirlagrace.com. That's where you can go ahead and purchase this. And if you haven't heard about Sir La Grace, because this is the premiere show, it's a brand that brings you plant-based products that enhance your life. So everything that we're talking about here, you know, is infused with CBD. And when we talk about CBD, we're talking about a plant and then extracting the ingredients like CBD and then incorporating them into different ways that we can enhance our lives. In this hour, we're going to be talking about beauty products. We have the anti-aging, we have scrubs, we have eye creams, we have body lotions, we have lip balm. So we're talking about, you know, really targeting a bunch of different areas in our body. But what's interesting about this one that we're on right now, the anti-aging cream, is that this specifically targets anti-aging. It's specifically formulated to help combat those early signs of aging, but then it also has some other benefits. You mentioned it has some antibacterial properties, which obviously helps, you know, if you have like acne and things like that, breakouts and all of that. So this is something that we can use day and night if we wanted to?
Yes.
Okay. And so in terms of incorporating it into our routine, so clean face.
Clean your face.
Toner, serums.
Yes, and you can even do a scrub, but don't do a scrub every day. Usually scrubs are about 1 to 2 times a week.
Okay.
But definitely after the cleanse, then you can put that on if you need a toner. A toner will help tighten those pores. You can put that on and then put that lotion on there.
And it's something you mentioned before that your son uses it. I imagine men and women, like this is really something that's formulated for all skin types.
Yes. And I don't know, like about you with kids, but getting them to do that full regimen is kind of hard. So he usually just hops in the shower after his sports routine, washes his face, and then he'll get out and he'll put that lotion on his face.
I can't even get my husband will complain that, oh, you know, I'm seeing a little sign here, I'm seeing a little sign here, or whatever. Obviously, he doesn't want to do injectables. I don't know why, but he doesn't want to. But then he won't take that extra step. I buy him all these products. I keep it right on the vanity. I'm like, all you have to do is just use it. So the easier you keep it, the more simple it is, and also the more natural, because, you know, depending on different types of skin types, different people are sensitive to different things. So when you're looking for products that, you know, are based in nature, are based on plants, you're going to have better results and better luck with finding products that are good for you, because we are also based in nature.
In this particular, actually in all the ingredients here, it's important to mention that there is no harsh chemicals. We are gluten-free, and we don't use any synthetic fragrances. So a lot of people, the reason why they're sensitive, it's that synthetic fragrance is what they're having that reaction to, and we do not use those in our products. The only thing that we will use is those natural essential oils that you've heard about are in most, holistic remedies.
Right, right. And, when we talk about the anti-aging cream, obviously it's formulated to combat the fine lines and wrinkles, to combat cellulite, which Megan has mentioned, but it also just is very hydrating. And one of the things that when we talk about anti-aging, the number one most important thing you can do is hydrate the skin. And that applies to full body, by the way. And we'll get there a little bit later with some body lotions that have CBD built into it, but or incorporated into it. But, you really want to hydrate for anti-aging. And this has that, but it's also formulated with those plant stem cells and the CBD, which has other benefits. Can you remind me the benefits of CBD in terms of anti-aging and the benefits of plant cells?
Yeah, definitely. So with CBD, you're going to be getting the anti-inflammatory. So that's a biggie. I know everybody's heard that. The stress on the skin as well. Sometimes a lot of the oxidative stress from outdoors can be really harsh on our skin. So you definitely want to use CBD for that as well. It's really beneficial there. And then as far as the plant stem cells, that's going to help also with that anti-aging process.
And so remember, with all of these, natural, really nice ingredients that you're getting home, you're getting it home for just $29. So incredibly affordable, under $30. We do have, if you're thinking of picking up multiple packages, I just want you to know that we do have some things coming up a little bit later that I think you'll really like. We have a bundles package that's coming up in the show. You're going to want that. If you're looking for eye creams or body lotions or anything like that, you're going to really love this show. And what's nice about it is nothing really duplicates. Like you'll see here, there's a face lotion. That's obviously different than the anti-aging cream.
Right.
And also, different different ingredients and things like that, which we'll talk about. So, okay, $29 to get that home. Next, I want to move on to the CBD facial scrub. So Megan talked a little bit about how we incorporate facial scrubs into our routine. She's going to talk about it again in just a moment, but this is only $29. It has 350 milligrams of CBD in the entire bottle. So that whenever we talk about the milligrams, we're referring to the whole bottle, and then, you'll get a smaller amount when you actually use it. And this is really gentle. So it's something that, and we'll talk about why it's gentle, by the way, but it's something that's gentle on the environment. It's also gentle on your own skin. And so because of that, it's something that you can use more frequently. Megan mentioned earlier, most people tend to alternate like every other day, but if you wanted to use it every day, you can do that as well. So talk to me about this facial scrub and some of the key reasons why, we should use a facial scrub.
Right, sure. So basically a facial scrub is going to help remove the dead skin cells that are sitting on our skin, which daily we get that buildup, which can cause breakouts too. So something light, I know that there's a lot of harsh ones out there. They tend to tear the skin, and then it causes that redness, and then you've just made it an irritated mess. At least that's what happens to me. So in this scrub, it's actually really, really cool. We actually use apricot seeds, and we grind them up really fine. So it's very, very gentle. And if you want to use it more, if you need it more than 1 to 2 times a week, that's fine. But really, 1 to 2 times a week is plenty.
Sometimes I will sleep in my makeup, which I know is really, really bad. But, sometimes you're just tired and you fall asleep in your makeup, and then you wake up the next morning, or even if you don't, maybe you fell asleep like after the gym or something, and you didn't wash the face and it's all full of the gook and all that. But when you wake up the next morning, I feel like I have to do a deep cleanse.
Would be great for
really get in there. I will do the scrub, and then I will exfoliate. I will do everything. But you mentioned earlier, some other scrubs are not that gentle. Sometimes they even have plastics in it, which, if you keep up with the news cycle, it can be damaging to the environment. In this case, this is apricot seeds, so you don't have to worry about that. And when you talk about the micro tears, think about the kinds of serums that you have in your routine. If you use retinols or any kind of like glycolic acids or anything like that, and you're tearing the skin, that could cause more damage, right? So you want to make sure that you're using a scrub that's really gentle, and then when you are using it, that you're following it up with, the proper hydrating ingredients. And what's nice too is that, when we scrub and basically polish all the gook off our face, right? Makeup, the daily grind from the day, then we're following it up with some really nice ingredients. And because our skin is clean and polished, it allows for better absorption. So when we use the anti-aging cream or face lotion or your eye creams or whatever, you'll be able to really get the benefits out of it. And this face scrub does have CBD. So what are the benefits of having that in?
Sure. So you'll notice that in this face topical is the scrub actually has 350 milligrams in it. That's a little more than what's like in the lotions. And it's because you're going to be washing it away. So the longer you leave that scrub on, the more that CBD is going to absorb, and that's kind of what we want. And then the rest obviously will wash away. So you're not really wasting that CBD, but we do put more in there just so you get that extra benefit from that.
And by the way, as you look there on your screen, you're getting a look at, some of the essential oils that are in the product as well. We mentioned the apricot seeds, but there's a
eucalyptus, there's spearmint,
there's
which is
peppermint
really nice.
in there, rosemary in there. And all natural essential oils. Megan talked about that earlier, but they're
always, yes.
Right. Everything is, natural. Everything is also made in the United States. I should also mention this is a 4-ounce size bottle. Remember, you're using it every other day or maybe 1 to 2 times a week, depending on your preference. $29 to get this home, and it's good for all skin types, so you don't have to worry about that.
Right.
Okay, so the next item we're going to talk about is the face lotion. And by the way, everything here is made in the United States. If you're joining us a little bit later, we talked about this earlier in the show, but all the farms are here in the US. So this face lotion is 1 ounce. It has 100 milligrams of the CBD, and it's available for you this evening for $29. So talk to me about the difference between a face lotion and the anti-aging cream that, we talked about a little bit earlier.
Right. So this is really just for your face. So you're just going to apply a tiny amount just to the face area. It can be all over. It doesn't have to be just under the eyes or anything like that. It's really, really there to help moisturize. You'll find that there's also a light scent of grapefruit and also mint, which is very invigorating and very, I guess, awakening. And so this lotion is really good in the morning. So I recommend using this in the morning after you do your scrub or after you do your cleanse routine.
So use it in the morning, and then if you want those anti-aging benefits, which I think we all do, that could be something that you can, follow it up with a little bit later in the day.
Sure.
You could do it in the evening. I actually use my anti-aging creams in the morning and evening. It also, sometimes it depends on your skin and what your skin is telling you need that day. Sometimes you want something a little thicker. Sometimes you want something a little lighter. Sometimes you're in the mood for something a bit more refreshing. I have a ton of different day creams that I use. Right. So, it could just also be a little bit of how you're feeling. If your skin is drier, if your skin is, less dry, whatever it might be.
I think the biggest thing though that I've noticed is a lot of people that have been coming in is from their mask, they're breaking out. They're breaking out all right around the lip area, even on the nose area.
Yep.
So apply this lotion right before you put your mask on, and that will help keep it clean and also keep that oily residue. If you're sweating or whatever you're doing, it's going to keep it. Because I know some of our healthcare workers have to wear masks all day. So they use it, they love it, and it keeps their skin clear so they don't have to worry about those breakouts from that.
Now, why does it help with, clarifying the skin?
Yeah. So we go back to those antibacterial properties from CBD. So that's really going to be a biggie. Grapefruit also really helps a lot with that, with cleanse the skin. So that's basically why people use it. Mint's going to be kind of that soothing part of it. So that's going to help with any kind of redness that they would have.
What's nice about this too is because you get that refreshing kind of aromatic to it, you get a little bit of, aromatherapy in the morning. You're getting ready for the day. You want a little bit of a boost, and aromas, you do that. That's why when you go to the spa, it smells a certain way. And, that's why when you're a realtor selling a house, they want the house to smell like cookies, right? Because aromas have a certain effect on us. And so when we're thinking of something refreshing and helping us get ready for the day, the grapefruit definitely makes me think of that. I think my favorite breakfast
like my morning thing when you take a spoon and eat your grapefruit.
With the sugar baked on.
Yep.
So my image goes to something very nice when I think of grapefruit. So 100 milligrams total of the CBD in that bottle, $29 to get it home. It's the face lotion. And, can you give me a little tour, just because it's a different kind of pump, right, than the other one that we showed you?
It's actually really easy. Just a little goes a long ways again. Just like that.
I'm a big fan of these kinds of,
it's very, very, very thin.
Yeah.
And it's still not leaving that oily residue.
I'm a big fan of these kinds of pumps because sometimes, right now I haven't grown out my nails that long, but sometimes I do acrylic. Sometimes I do grow out my nails quite long. And I have some creams where it's like the tub that you have to stick your finger in. And then I always get it stuck under my nail. And I guess it's fine because it's just cream. I guess my under nails are getting the anti-aging benefits. But I prefer things with a pump because it's just, it's cleaner. And I feel like I'm not wasting product on my nail beds. So Anyways, 1 ounce there to get that home. And remember, all of these products are, paraben free. There's no synthetics. They're also cruelty free, right? You guys don't
we do not test on animals. Nope.
And they are all sourced here in the United States as well. Tell me, how did you refer to the farm seed to?
Yeah, seed to store.
Seed to store.
Yep.
And what does that mean?
Basically, we grow and then we're manufacturing. So we make our own products and then we're bringing it to the store. It doesn't leave our hands. So
everything from when it's in the ground as a plant or whatever it might be, and then bottled with the labels and like you guys do.
We do the whole process.
You do all of it, and everything is infused with the CBD.
With CBD. And we are USDA certified hemp, so that means you're not getting chemicals with any of these products.
And is this one of those products? I noticed some of these products have QR codes. Can you tell me what's the significance of that?
So a QR code is an easy way to find a lab. Most states are starting to require an easy access lab to show you that you are getting exactly what milligram of CBD is in the product. So if you see right here, all you do is just take your phone and scan it, and the lab comes right up, and that will be showing 350 milligrams of CBD in this product. So a lot of companies tend to not have that. They just have a third-party oil lab, which doesn't show each product. It just shows their mass products. Gotcha. Where batch shows each individual product.
So it's a way for you at home to also kind of have some peace of mind that exactly what you're buying is exactly what you expect, and you can kind of do a little bit of fact checking on your own with that too, because it's on pretty much every single bottle. The lip balm is a little small, so it doesn't fit on that
people
one.
come in the store all the time and they actually think it's fun to kind of scan. Oh wow, and that's one thing to look for too when you're shopping for CBD. If they're not on the product, well, let's check their website. If it's not on the website, that's a huge red flag. So labs should be easy, accessible on the products. Like I said, most states do require it.
Yeah, right. So it's a requirement. It's also, for you want to know that you're getting exactly what you expect, especially with CBD products being everywhere. It's at the corner deli, it's in this pen and all kinds of things. And so you want to make sure that when you're purchasing things, especially when it comes to things that we're using for beauty and putting on our skin topically, we want to make sure it's, really good ingredients. Right. So this face lotion, $30, 100 milligrams of that CBD. It's a 1 ounce pump bottle there, and available for you on sterlagrace.com. So very easy to shop. There's the website right on your screen. Okay, so the next thing we're going to talk about is a pH balanced CBD toner. That's this one right here. This is 4 ounces, and it has 350 milligrams of that CBD. Sells for just under $35, $34. Gets this home here. And by the way, these also, you're getting all the good ingredients and all that stuff that we've been talking about. So tell me about a toner. Why should I use that in my skincare routine?
Sure. So when you wash your face, you're opening your pores, especially when it's warm water. So you're opening those pores. Then it's clean, then you want to close them. And so a toner is going to do that. You'll find a lot of toners, especially growing up, I used to use a toner, it burns my skin, really bad. So we switched to witch hazel. So I don't know if you've ever heard of witch hazel. It's a little calmer than using an astringent. And guess what? That's what's in our toner, along with a lot of essential oils. So it's very light. It goes a long way. So one spritz, you can spritz on your face. You can put it on a cotton ball and just dab, and that's it.
So when you're using a toner, it doesn't matter if you spritz it or put it in a little cotton bag. It has the same effect.
Right.
Okay. And the other thing I find people do with toners is kind of use it to refresh throughout the day, kind of hydrate their makeup and things like that. If they're using, or just hydrate their face,
Well, and going back to the mask, put it in your mask. Spritz a little in your mask, and it smells really good too because there's eucalyptus in there and tea tree, and it's just very, very calming and refreshing.
Let's see.
It's nice.
Oh yeah, that is really nice.
So a lot of astringents too, if you get the bottle, you have to pour it out, so you're wasting a lot of that.
That's true.
And that's kind of why we put it in a spray bottle. It's easy to use, but this will last you a long time.
No, that's true. And what's nice about this, sometimes the sprays don't work very well.
Right.
You know, they're kind of like dripping all over the place, or they don't really get your entire face. I don't know if you were able to see on the screen, but when I sprayed it just here on the set, you know, it really like encompassed the whole area between Megan and I. So it's going to cover your face, not to worry about that. Okay. And then talk to me about where this fits into my routine. So I wash my face, and then this is the first thing I do?
Yeah, so I would definitely put the toner on before you put your lotion on. That way you're closing those pores, and then you're going to moisturize with one of the topicals, whether it's the face lotion or the anti-aging cream. That's really the routine you need to have.
And because this has CBD, what are some of the benefits that I can get from that in the form of a toner?
Sure. So a CBD in the toner, but also there's frankincense too. So both of those healing benefits, you're going to get that. You know, a lot of people, like I said, after you scrub, you know, let's repair, let's close, let's get those anti-inflammatory properties and also those antibacterial properties on your face.
Yeah.
And it's good for your back. Like, have you, I was an athlete a long time ago. I know it doesn't look like it now, but the back knee, I don't know if you ever heard of back knee.
Yes.
A lot of athletes get that. And this is excellent. So, and if they don't have someone to put it on them, they can do it themselves with that squirt bottle.
Right, because it's such a nice spray. Actually, well, I'm pregnant and I've been getting like back knee and things like that with all the hormones raging, which is not fun. And you know, and you even get it in like some weird places sometimes, like down the neck and just like weird things. And especially I find in the summer in particular, when you're like out running or walking or swimming and, you know, just all the stuff, and then your skin naturally like trying to cool off, it just like clogs the pores and it's not fun.
You don't think about it, but when you're washing your face, it's warm, it's opening those pores. So when you're working out, guess what? You're getting hot, it's opening those pores. So we want to clean them and clean them out, and that toner is going to do that for you. And then you can just refresh with a lotion, and that's really, really going to keep your skin clear.
It's 4 ounces, by the way. You do have a really nice spray here that will really cover your entire face. If you need to do your back or any other part, you know, you'll be able to do it yourself because it's got a nice spray. And I did it a little bit earlier if you missed it, but it's $34 to get it home. It's a pH balanced CBD toner. So you have 350 milligrams of that CBD throughout this entire bottle. Because it's 4 ounces, it's going to last you a long time. I mean, because it's a spray, you might use it a little bit more than, you know, the ones that are, the ones that you have to pour out of the bottle are inconvenient. You have to get the cotton swab or the washcloth or whatever it is. And so I find that I don't use them as much because it's a little annoying.
It just sits in your cabinet forever. And then you're like, wait a second, don't I have that?
Yeah.
Where is it?
But when it's a spray, I actually use it every single day. And this has witch hazel, right? That's what you mentioned?
Yes.
I've seen on TikTok that like witch hazel
it's a natural astringent. It's a lot easier than, and a lot, I guess, less harsh than like an alcohol astringent. Some astringents have alcohol in it, and that's just not pleasant.
Well, and if you already suffer from dry skin, especially as fall and winter are coming up, alcohol is drying. So then to put on something else that's drying on top of your skin that's already suffering with, you know, staying balanced, that's not going to make for a good combination. So, you know, you want to stick to something that's more hydrating and more gentle, something like witch hazel, which is in this particular toner, which, by the way, just as a reminder, $34 gets it home. It's 4 ounces. I'll just show you again how it sprays. And then you can tell me too about the scent again. Just remind us. Okay, hang on. I'll show you.
It actually has your...
Let's get close so we can like really see that spray.
Woo!
Can you see? It really, I mean, I know it's a little hard because these are tiny little particles, but I think you could really see that the spray totally comes out, which is good because
and you can just smell like that frankincense. There's tea tree and there's also cypress oil in there.
And you know, when you have something that sprays really nicely like that, your morning routine becomes a lot easier. Like you don't want to sit there dabbing with the cotton swab and all this stuff. It takes too much time. You need it to be quick and easy. So the fact that this is in a spray formula, or spray dispenser, really nice and quick and easy. And then you can follow it up with a pump face lotion or the pump anti-aging cream, whichever one. And then we have more products to talk about as well. So $34 gets this home. 4 ounces in total. There are 350 milligrams of that CBD oil. And just remind me again of some of the ingredients. We have witch hazel. We have
frankincense, tea tree, and cypress oil.
Okay. So that's what you're getting home there. I mean, it's really affordable when you think about it because beauty products can be really expensive. And a lot of the times we're paying more for packaging for
Right.
what's inside
Exactly.
of it. But also, you know, when we talk about these kinds of products, what's unique about them is that they're made in the United States. And Sacred Leaf, they produce everything from the plant to then extracting everything from the plant to then, you know, making it into the bottles and all of it. They do everything, the manufacturing, and then what you know, the final product that you finally get home. So that's different. Not everybody does that.
Right.
Usually there's a big life cycle that goes throughout
Definitely.
the entire world before it ends up at our house.
Right. Yeah. Yep.
Okay, so let's talk about the eye cream next, if we can. So this eye cream is 1 ounce. Here we go. It's 125 milligrams of that CBD, broad spectrum, and it's also $69 to get this home. 0 THC. So that's actually something we haven't talked about yet. What does that mean when something is broad spectrum CBD, and what does 0 THC mean?
Right. So broad spectrum is actually 0 THC.
Okay.
So it's basically a full spectrum product, and then we take out that 0.3% of THC. So somebody that's looking for the broad, you're also going to get those terpenes as well.
Wait, what does that mean?
The terpenes is going to be the scent from the plant. And it can be either from the hemp plant, but it also can be from things like a lemon, you know, or other fruits. There's actually hundreds of terpenes.
I feel like I've actually heard that before.
Yeah, I mean, like even essential oils, like think where they come from. It's considered a terpene.
I haven't heard that about essential oils, but I think when I think of a lemon, I feel like I've heard that word thrown around.
They usually say limonene is the terpene. The actual name is limonene.
I know that's also flammable. Don't ask me why I know that.
It's a very uplifting scent. It's nice. And we can get into that when we go into the lotions too, because there's definitely some great scents in there.
And there's different options. So with the eye cream, is this also an anti-aging product?
Yes. So it's going to be you're going to get the anti-aging, you're going to get the antibacterial, the anti-inflammatory, definitely. I'm like, look at your eyes. If you're waking up in the morning, like you didn't get a good night's sleep, you're going to have these puffy dark circles.
Right.
This is going to be your ticket to helping that and helping you rejuvenate your skin in the morning.
And, you know, when we think of that, the dark puffy circles, sometimes we associate those signs with aging specifically, or, you know, with not getting enough sleep.
And it may not actually be like from aging. It's really just your habits, maybe your diet, or maybe it's, not getting enough sleep, you know, or stressed out. I know a lot of people the last couple of years have been a little anxietied out a little bit, right?
That's true. That's true. And, you know, sometimes, I mean, there's people like in high school who have, you know, heavier bags, and it's obviously not an age thing. They're still very young, but there's little things that we can do to kind of, because when we have things like that, it makes us self-conscious, right? Usually that's the case. Plus when we're wearing makeup and things like that, it tends to settle in those fine lines and wrinkles. So ideally you want to treat them, you want to prevent them before it gets to that point, because then it just gets uncomfortable. You don't look and feel your best, and you know, it becomes a whole thing. So when you're talking about, you know, lotions and creams and things like that, you want something that targets those fine lines and wrinkles and the puffiness and the eyes in particular. You know, sometimes it's very easy for us to treat everything, but we forget about the eyes.
Yeah, this is specifically made just for the eye area. When you use it, it's a little bit, you're really just going to dot right along the occipital bone, and you're really just going to focus on this area here. You can go up here, but really it's really for this whole area here.
Just the under eye.
Right.
And if you touch your skin there versus like your cheek,
it's very thin.
Yeah, you'll notice it's thin, it feels different. And so that's why you need an eye cream that's specifically formulated for the eye area. Sure, using a face lotion might, you know, help keep it hydrated a little bit. But if you go ahead and touch it, you'll feel the skin is different. And so you need something that's formulated differently. The same as like your body or whatever. You know, you wouldn't use shampoo on your hair, on your body. Hopefully, I hope it's a body wash situation or bar of soap or whatever. But
well, I know with our skin around our eyes, it actually ages 20 times faster than our skin on our face. So that's why you really want to target it, and that's why we made this product. It's specifically for the eye area because it really does need it.
And the earlier, the better, for sure. So $69 gets that home. It has 125 milligrams of that CBD. Tell me again why, because this entire line of products has CBD infused to it. And so if you've never tried it before, or maybe you've heard of it, but you're like, I don't really know what that's about, because it's still really new.
Right.
You know, the way we're seeing it distributed.
And
in
it's actually really
things.
new in beauty products.
Yeah.
This definitely came later in our line. We've had it for a couple of years and we love it. So it's just going to continue growing.
So what are the benefits of having CBD? Like if I've never tried it before, why should I?
Yeah, so basically the CBD, you're going to get that added benefit, even though these are great facial products, but putting that CBD in there really, really is the ticket. You know, you're going to get that antibacteria, that antifungal, that anti-inflammatory. You're going to get that more with having CBD in the products than if you didn't have that in there.
Right. And because this is the only product, by the way, in our show that's formulated for the eye. So if you're looking for something to really target that under eye area, the puffiness, the redness, you know, the fine lines and wrinkles, those creases, where all those kinds of bags just settle under there, then that's the eye cream for you. $69 gets it home. Again, it has that 125 milligrams of the CBD. And this one also, we mentioned earlier that a lot of the products have QR codes on them. The reason why that's important is it helps you kind of do some quality control. So tell me again why the QR codes are, what it means.
Sure. So on this label, you notice that it says 125 milligrams. So how do you know that for sure? Like, I can tell you that all day, but do you trust me? Well, just turn it around and scan the code, and it'll show you that it has exactly what we're telling you. And that's what I love about Sacred Leaf is the transparency. So.
It's something that you'll find throughout the brand, and you know they are here in the United States. They don't test on animals. I know that's important for a lot of us when we're shopping for beauty products. It's actually really hard to find products that don't test on animals. Sometimes products won't test in the United States, but if they're sold in China as well, it's required. So you know you want to. It's nice to support brands that just do not test on animals and are cruelty free. It just makes us feel better about, you know, buying from brands like that. And speaking of feeling better, there's another little story about Sacred Leaf, which you might be interested in, which is that you guys really focus on like giving back to the community as well.
Right, exactly. So our brand from the very beginning, we actually give back to kids in need. So with food, clothing, we actually have, you know, where the founder is in Kansas, we actually support the 2030 program. So every purchase, a percentage goes to help feed those kids and those families in need.
And then you had mentioned also that, you know, because you guys have stores throughout the United States.
So each individual store has their own charities as well. My store in Texas, we actually support a women's shelter. So we do help them with clothes. We do actually try to gather donations. Anytime anybody can drop stuff off and we'll take it to them.
So when we talk about feeling good about, you know, what you're purchasing, it's not just about knowing that the quality of the product is there, but it's also, you know, about feeling like you're supporting a brand that's doing good things for the planet. And then also you're doing good things for yourself because you're using ingredients that, even though it might be new to you, because it is new to a lot of us, it's definitely newer products on the market. You get to really enjoy the benefits that come from CBD products. And then when it comes to beauty, I mean, we all want to look and feel good. So if there's a place where you want to start with CBD, that's probably a good place to start.
Yeah, we find like a lot of customers, they're hesitant to come in. You know, like even their kids will bring in their parents and they're like, oh, I don't know, because they think, oh my God, I'm going to get high and I'm not going to be able to move. You know, that's not the case with hemp products, you know, so come in. Just get a topical or sample a topical. That's the easiest way. And once you do, you're going to be like, oh, okay, I'm okay, you know, and you'll be fine, you know. So there is no psychoactive effects with any of the hemp products because that THC level is so low. You're just not going to get that from there.
That's what I was going to ask. So the psychoactive effects that comes from THC.
Yes.
And these products don't have THC.
No, they don't.
So then you don't have to worry about that.
Nope.
Okay. So the eye cream, 1 ounce, 125 milligrams of the CBD in there, broad spectrum. But look, you can see right there on the bottle, it says 0 THC. So that's none of those psychoactive effects that we were talking about. $69 to get it home, and you can purchase it on sirlagrace.com. Now, just to quickly review, because, you know, the eye cream obviously isn't the entire face. Our eyes, but you also need a toner. That's something you use after you cleanse. And then you need either the face lotion. This one here is very refreshing and perfect for daytime because it's got this grapefruit kind of refreshing scent. So you need that or the anti-aging cream. You can also use one, at different points of the day. It kind of depends. I'm the wrong person to ask because I have a million different face lotions and anti-aging, and I just use it based on what my skin feels like that day. And then we have the facial scrub. So this isn't a daily cleanser, but this is like a couple time a week cleanser every other day or twice a week, again, kind of depending on your needs. And that is the exfoliant there is not plastic beads or anything like that. It's apricot seeds. So these are just some of the items that we've talked about in the show. But I want to talk specifically about something that targets our nighttime routine. The eye cream, by the way, is something that you can use day and night. But then here, let's talk about the nighttime routine. So this is a 2-ounce jar of the CBD 150 milligram night cream. This is $59 to get it home. And I think what's really important is first distinguishing why we need a night cream versus, a daytime cream.
Right. So if you're using the face cream in the morning, this is really great in the evening. And you can even use this in conjunction with the eye cream. Because remember, the eye cream is going to be going on this area here. The night cream will be actually going everywhere. And you can even put it down on the neck area too. So the reason why we want to do this at night is because you want to be oil-free and ready to go in the morning, right? You don't want to feel like you have a heavy mask on your face. So it is very light. It actually has collagen in it as well. So that's definitely going to be something that you want to put on at night so it can really work while you're sleeping.
The one thing I notice about this too is that it's not greasy. It's just you mentioned it's not like thick or anything like that. Like this is not something, sometimes you feel a cream and you're like, oh man, this is going to clog my pores.
Right.
I can feel it right away. It's going to clog my pores. This doesn't leave that sticky feeling, but you're still getting those benefits because at night, you might need something that's that's formulated a little differently than our day creams. And that's because the day creams, you're putting makeup or something on top of it. You're going out to the gym, you're going out for a walk. Like other things are happening in your day that the day cream needs to take on. But at night, it's just the pillow. It's just you and the pillow. And so there is no, you don't have to worry about, oh, is this going to make my makeup run or something like that afterwards because you're not wearing makeup to bed, hopefully.
Another thing too with this is we put beetroot in there. And so beetroot is really high in vitamin C. So usually people use that vitamin C or a vitamin C serum because they want to help get rid of those spots. Like if it's like age spots or like colored spots, that beetroot's really going to help focus on that. And that's also why we want to use that in the evening. So it's working on your face. Vitamin C is actually better in the dark than in the light. So they say also put it on, go to bed, and it should help with those spots.
That's a good point. And Amira here, she reminds us that, at night we might get some better absorption because things aren't running off our face. We're sleeping, we're relaxed. Sleep is obviously really important when it comes to healing the whole body and everything. So when we're using a night cream, nighttime is a really good time to really load up on those ingredients because it's just different needs than the day.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting. Speaking of daytime, okay, so soothing, non-greasy feel, clean, fresh, and this is something that you use at night. To use during the day, you would use the face lotion or an anti-aging lotion. Also, this is or the anti-aging cream, which by the way, that anti-aging cream has stem cells in it, plant stem cells, and the CBD. So, I mean, I hate to favor a product or anything, but that's got some really, really cool stuff in there. And then we have the nice fresh scent of the face lotion. And then, of course, we have the eye cream and the night cream, which we're talking about now at the moment. So just under $60 gets that night cream home just here. And it does have the CBD product, the CBD oils in it. Right. So talk to me again about, why we want CBDs. And I keep asking because, it's still a little bit confusing. It's still new to me.
So basically, that CBD in there is going to still do those antibacterial properties, the antifungal, and then also the anti-inflammatory. So definitely want to have this, do it at night, and it's really going to soak up, especially because you are asleep. That CBD is really going to get absorbed into that skin.
So that's a perfect time to use CBD products. So we have the night cream. We also have the eye cream. We have a toner, by the way, which you can use to kind of refresh throughout the day. The face lotion, a facial scrub, and then the anti-aging specific cream. Now, when you're shopping, go to serlagrace.com. You can find that right. Oh, where is it? Just here. You know, it's reflected. So I'm seeing the opposite of what you're seeing. So you can go to serlagrace.com, and that's where you can find all these products. This is actually Serla Grace's premiere show. So if you're not familiar with the brand, this is our first time on TV. The website just launched a couple of months ago. And it's a brand that brings you plant-based products to really enhance your life. So what we're talking about today is all the CBD-based products. And this particular hour is really focused on beauty products. By the way, you may have noticed, but our chat is open. So feel free to, ask questions in the chat. Feel free to ask questions of Megan when it comes to the brand Sacred Leaf and some of these CBD products.
Questions,
yeah, for sure, because it's still new, so we still have a lot of questions. Okay, so next, let's move on to a body lotion, because this is a little different. We focused a lot on our face, on our neck, on our décolleté. Now we're going to focus on full body, and this one also has different scents. So basically, these bottles are 8 ounces. They have 350 milligrams of the CBD. It's just under $30 to get it home. And there's a couple of scent choices. So you'll notice the lavender. Then this one that says rich lotion right next to the lavender, that one is unscented. So that's just the lotion unscented. And then below that, you have the citrus zest lotion. And then here, right next to that, you have bamboo teak lotion. So this one's going to be a little bit more masculine in that scent. You get, those musky kind of undertones. So we'll walk through them and we'll talk about it. But what I wanted to know is, tell me about the benefits of the body lotion,
right,
with
so
CBD oil.
Kind of the same benefits that you're getting when you're using it on your face. You're actually going to use this all over. That's why it's in an 8-ounce container, and that's also why there's 350 milligrams in there. So plenty of CBD. I actually have clients that do use this for pain, and so if you have a spot, go ahead and put it on there. So there's enough CBD in there that you are going to get some of that relief from there. Okay. Whereas like in a face lotion, you might not get it because they're lower level CBD. Right. You're definitely going to get that in that body lotion there. I do have a lot of people, if they do have like eczema, we have kids that have eczema that come in, the unscented lotion is really good for that. So I would definitely highly recommend that. Not a scented one, because those pores are open. Some of it's really red, really irritated. Right. So that unscented is really helpful for that.
It's definitely the best way to go. Now, what about some of the ingredients here? So obviously we have CBD.
Right. We do have the organic coconut oil. It is light, so you're not going to get that breakout from it. So it's definitely going to be healing. I do know, if you know this, with coconut oil, it actually helps the collagen production.
Oh, I did not know that. Yeah. So talk to me about that. It helps with collagen production for my body.
And it does help stop that oxidation process from the harsh chemicals, from the radicals outside too.
And what you'll notice,
like a barrier. I guess it's more like a barrier.
Gotcha. From the free radicals.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll notice as well that, it's really nice really and good. Light and just hydrating. Again, we don't like anything that's, tacky or greasy. It does smell really nice. I had the lavender. That's the one that I opened up here. I got the lavender one. One thing
about this one too is, like, we have kids that don't sleep well at night, and so they can take like our CBD edibles, which we'll get into later. We have 0 THC ones for kids. This is awesome as a topical because of that lavender in there. It's very soothing. Everybody knows that lavender is very calming and soothing. So just take some of this lotion and just rub a little bit on their chest to calm them down. And it really helps them kind of tone everything out and get ready for bed and really get a good night's sleep.
Yeah, we talked about that a little bit earlier, but the importance of aromas in our routine. I know some people prefer no fragrance, and that's fine. We have the unscented option for you if you prefer that. But I actually really enjoy it because it helps kind of set the mood. And I'm one of those people who likes to, layer fragrances and my perfumes and all of that. Obviously nothing too heavy, but I really do enjoy that. And so, something like the lavender lotion will really help relax. They talk about, I've also heard people say about spritzing like a little essential lavender oil on your pillow.
Right.
Right, to help you relax. And you really, I mean, you get that lavender. So I think this is perfect for evening. If you're the type of person who takes a shower in the evening, this would be great because after a hot shower, your body is more open to absorbing the, the ingredients and the moisturization and all of that, the hydration from a body lotion. And then plus you get the benefits of the lavender aromatherapy. Right. Now, walk me through the other scents and help describe them.
Oh, definitely. The citrus zest is going to be one that you want to use in the morning. So remember we were talking about like the limonene, that's definitely one of those terpenes that you're definitely going to be awakened, and it's going to be like a lively scent. So use that in the morning. If you want to shower in the morning first, that's fine. And then get that on your skin, and that will get you going in the day. Then we have a bamboo antique. The bamboo antique is actually going to be more for, I like a musky smell, like more of a man smell. It's really actually pretty pleasant. I've used it. I know I'm not a man, but it does smell really, really good. So that's something that they prefer, or men prefer. And that's basically the scents there.
And then you have the unscented.
Right. The unscented is mainly for the ones who are sensitive to any essential oils, especially if they have any openings in the skin, whether it's like shingles, whether it's eczema or psoriasis. Sometimes when you get a fragrance in there, it can be a little irritating. And so we really like to just use that unscented on there.
So you have 4 options to choose from. They're all the same price of $29. They all have 350 milligrams of CBD per bottle, and they're also all 8 ounces. So all of that, the only thing you have to decide is what scent do you want, or do you want multiple scents? Maybe you want the lavender, but there's somebody else in your home that you think would prefer the bamboo antique, which is that more musky scent, or maybe you like the musky scents. I tend to like them, but I do like them mixed with like florals, like a white jasmine or something like that. So in this case, we have lavender. If you like those florals, you'll enjoy the lavender. Or if you're just looking for something to help you kind of relax in the evening, or maybe not even the evening, maybe you just work in like a stressful work environment. My friend today, I was talking to her before the show, her building, she works in news. Her building got evacuated on like a big news day, and they had to figure out how to do the news like on the street.
Oh my God.
She's like, I am so stressed out right now. So, sometimes the stress isn't just about, or lavender isn't just about helping us get ready for bed. Sometimes it's just about
calming in certain situations.
Yeah. I would be walking around with a lavender bottle, just spraying all the executives in the face, like, calm down.
Well, this actually is a really good gift for like an employer, like, especially if they're like hesitant to CBD, just get them some CBD lotion, and then they're going to be like, what? And then they're going to use it. And I'm like, oh, okay. I like it.
Well, and this time of year, right? It's August. We're going into September, October, like fall, winter. My skin gets so dry. And so I keep lotion in the car. I keep lotion in my purse. I keep lotion in my closet. I keep lotion in my vanity. It's outside of the bathroom. I mean, it's in every bathroom of my house, actually, because, there's the powder room downstairs. There's one in your bedroom. So I need lotion everywhere. And what's nice about this is, it's incredibly affordable, $29. You can feel free to pick up more than one. You can pick up more than one for just different moods that you're in. We talked about the aromatherapy again, and sometimes you want something unscented. Sometimes you're just not in the mood. Maybe you're using this during the day and you're going to be layering it with your favorite perfume. Using lotion actually helps the perfume kind of stay a little bit longer. So maybe you're layering it with your favorite perfume and you're not sure if the other scents will work with it. So go with the unscented in that case. Or maybe you want something with the evening and you have, or whatever, just to relax, and you have that lavender. And then that citrus, this is the bamboo antique lotion. This is more musky. It tends to be, associated with more masculine scents. But then we have that citrus zest. And tell me a little bit about that one, because I feel like we haven't given it enough attention. I see here that it has cardamom and spearmint in it.
Yes, it does. Yeah. So not only is it citrus, but it does have that spearmint. This is also very uplifting and invigorating. That's why I say in the morning, it's really good to have that zest and that mint that, it's kind of like not like a burn, but it's like a cooling to get you going.
So I'm taking a look here. So it's got that lemon, the cardamom. I love cardamom, by the way. Oh, it's so good. I love it in coffee. I love it. Well, I guess mainly coffee, but I just love the smell of it. And then the spearmint, and it's compared to like a lime, just kind of refreshing experience. And then you also, of course, have that CBD oil, which is this, you know, the ingredient story that we're talking about throughout the entire show. And then with the bamboo antique lotion, I saw here that it has a little floral hint in here. So now I kind of want to...
I mean, it's not just for men, but they do prefer this one over some of the other ones. They really like that because it does have like the sandalwood and the cedar in there. So.
Right. And then it's got a little bit of the floral, but you're right. It does still stay very true to, you know, what you would think of as being traditionally masculine, right? When it comes to fragrances. So each bottle is 8 ounces, $29. And each bottle has 350 milligrams of that CBD. All you have to do this evening is select which scent or how many scents you would like. So the lavender, of course, we always think of lavender as being really relaxing and nice and floral. A lot of people love lavender. So if you're thinking of gifting, that's a great way to go. Also, the unscented is a great way to go. Maybe you have or have somebody in your family that, you know, has some skin issues. Could be shingles, or it could be, you know, psoriasis or eczema or whatever it might be. Or maybe you just know that you're going to be layering this with different kinds of perfumes that you have at home and you don't want it to like interrupt that fragrance story. And so the unscented is great for that as well. Also, we have the bamboo teak, which is that more musky kind of scent. A little bit more masculine there. And then we have that citrus zest, which of course it's right in the name, right? When we think of zest, we think of wake up, brighten up, like really bright and early. $29 each of them, 8 ounces each bottle. Feel free to pick up more than one. And the other thing I want to remind you, because we've talked about this on a couple of products, is the body lotion does have a QR code, and that QR code is just a way for you to know, to kind of confirm the quality that you're getting. So when you scan that at home, it'll show you the lab where this came from. It'll confirm the amount of CBD that's in this. So it's just a way for you to know that you're really getting exactly what you're purchasing this evening. And by the way, you'll see there on the bottle as well, all of these are fast absorbing. And Megan mentioned that because these have 350 milligrams of that CBD, you also get some of those pain benefits with this, which is a little different from, you know, some of the other skincare products we've talked about. So can you tell me some stories of, you had mentioned a customer that did use this for pain. What was the...
So they usually have knee pain, and they basically just use a lotion and you just apply to the area, and then it just relieves it pretty quickly. So that's what CBD does. It just hits those receptors in your brain, and then it, bam, gets right to that area.
And as the seasons change, you know, sometimes those pains appear
more
than others. It's one of those ways that we're like, oh, I know it's going to rain because my ankle hurts today. And that always happens when it rains or whatever it might be. So because we're getting towards the end of the show, we do have a lip balm coming up. But I want to just kind of remind you about who Sacred Leaf is. They're a brand that's been around for over 4.5 years. They produce everything on a farm and then literally manufacture it and bring it to like these nice, beautiful bottles that you see here this evening. Now, this entire show, coming up next, we have some edibles and topicals. But this entire show has been dedicated to beauty products and beauty in terms of our face and then also our body. So we're going to move on now to that lip balm. Remember that with those lotions, you do have 4 scents to choose from. In terms of the lip balm, there's actually 3 choices. So we have mint, cherry, and vanilla. Each one has 100 milligrams of the CBD, and they're only $9 each. So feel free to pick up more than one, because obviously lip balm, like my body lotion, is something that I keep in my purse. I keep it on my vanity because I do it before you put the lip liner and the lipstick and all of that. And I do use, color cosmetics. Some people don't, in which case you'd be happy without all of that. But talk to me about, why a lip balm right now? Well,
Especially right now, your lips are going to start drying and cracking, and you want to help prevent that. And that's exactly what this is going to do. It has 100 milligrams of CBD in it. That's a lot of CBD. So a little goes a long way, and these are going to last you a while. So apply. It's going to help prevent. If you already have chapped, dry lips, go ahead and put it on. You might want to use more of the cherry or vanilla if you already are cracking, and then you can use the mint once you are healed. Okay?
Oh, that makes sense, because the mint is a little, it's minty.
A little cooling, and sometimes that might be a little irritating for somebody that already has like a sore or crack. So the lighter, like the cherry vanilla would be really good if you do have those issues, and then get that healed and then try the mint. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, I remember reading about this when I was like younger, but they said that mint kind of help when you think of like plumping kinds of lip glosses and stuff like that. They always have mint in it.
Yep.
And so I'm like, I think that's like the main ingredient that they use for that kind of thing. Now, what about some of the other ingredients that, you know, are in all the flavors?
Right, so they are organic. They do have organic hemp oil, and then it's hemp seed oil. Okay. So you're going to get the benefits of the hemp plant in there, and then you're also going to get the benefits from coconut oil too, because so it is organic coconut oil.
Okay. So again, you have a couple of choices. There's the mint, which is that like cooling effect. Oh, sorry. Here, let me turn that around for you. So there's the mint, there's the cherry, and there's the vanilla. 100 milligrams of the CBD in each of these. Only $9 gets one home. So feel free, you know, to pick up more than one, especially because when we talk about lip balm, this is something that we all need.
I always have a ton in my purse.
Yeah, me too. I can never have enough because well, first of all, I always lose them.
Oh, so as a kid, do you remember when you got those? They used to come in the little candy canes at Christmas time where they were flavored like Dr. Pepper and orange pop.
Yeah.
I would just constantly just put it on just because, well, I was a kid, so I didn't know any better, but they were like my favorite.
It's definitely addicting. Actually, I wanna smell the vanilla is really nice. It's like classic, like what, like classic, like I don't want to say like a sweet cream vanilla. Well, wait, I put it over the mint. That wasn't good. It's just like it is like a sweet cream vanilla.
Heavy.
It's not heavy at all. And then let me see the cherry, because I want to know if, okay, so this is important. Sometimes when you have a cherry lip balm, it's red. Yeah. And sometimes people
like artificial colorings and stuff like that.
Right. And then
we don't do that.
Sometimes you don't want that because it leaves a little bit of a tint and you want something that's more like everyday. So this cherry is clear. All of them are clear. So you don't have to worry about that. It's just a matter of what scent do you prefer.
Yeah. So guys can even use it too without, you know, putting on lipstick.
Right. Yeah. Because that's exactly the thing. At home, I have some that have a little bit of color to it. And so I can't use it if I'm doing a nude lipstick or something like that, because it doesn't make sense. So even though this says cherry and even though it has a red cap, it's clear, not to worry. Same thing, of course, with the mint, obviously clear, and the vanilla. All of them are clear. And they're all organic, you mentioned.
Right.
So what are some of those ingredients in there again?
So the hemp seed, and then you have the coconut oil.
And it's organic hemp seed?
Definitely. And then you have the 100 milligrams of CBD.
Okay. So if you struggle with dry, chapped lips, $9 for each one of these. We have the vanilla, the cherry, and the mint. Remember, you don't have to worry about any color. These are all clear, so anybody can use these. You know, you don't have. Sometimes you don't want like the kids wearing makeup too early, but they want the little experiments of it, right? So the fact that these don't have the color, you don't have to worry about that. You just get the benefits of the hydration, of preventing those dry and cracked lips, especially as we're moving on into winter. Okay. So the last item we have of our show is actually a set. It's a bundle. And what's nice about a bundle is that you save money. So we've talked about these before. This is the facial scrub, which we talked about earlier in the show, the face lotion, and the toner. So it's a 3-piece set for $59. Now, regularly, each of these items sold individually would be a total of $95 if you were to purchase them all. So you're saving $36 by picking it up as a bundle. And of course, by the way, I mean, this is really for you to be able to get the full benefit.
A full routine. I mean, you're getting the cleanser, the scrub, and then the lotion and the toner. So, and the order you want to do is the scrub and then the toner and then put your lotion on afterwards.
Right. So, I mean, you are getting the full routine if you want that. If you wanted to break it up as, you know, little gifts, like you can do that as well. If you wanted to, like, let's say you already picked up the toner and you're like, oh, but I still want this set. You know, you can do that as well. So each bottle here is, the toner is 4 ounces. The face lotion is 1 ounce. And the apricot scrub, the facial scrub here, is also 4 ounces. And they all have different, slightly different milligrams there with the CBD. So the facial scrub is 350 milligrams of CBD. And Megan explained earlier that was because we're washing it off. So we want the number to be a little bit higher so that we get the usage out of it. Then the face lotion has 100 milligrams of CBD, and then the toner has 350 milligrams of that CBD. So $59 for all 3 pieces here. Talk to me about, what's the benefits in using all of these pieces versus like if I just wanted to pick up, a face lotion.
Right. Well, if you're just using lotion, you're not really cleansing your face. You can, but it's not enough. So I know some people will just put water on their face and then the lotion. It really doesn't get everything off of your face. And that scrub's going to do that for you. So it's important to have some sort of a cleanser. So scrub's really going to get deep down in there, but it's gentle. It's not going to leave your face red. And that CBD is also going to help with that. Then you're going to do that lotion right after, the toner. The toner is going to close those pores. You want to close them because that scrub opened them. Close them and then put that lotion on there.
And then remember that with these products, right, they're paraben free. So all the ingredients are really nice and natural. Paraben free, vegetarian. They're also like gluten-free, cruelty-free, right? They don't have any synthetic fragrances or anything like that. And everything is produced on a farm and then literally manufactured and like put into your bottles that you're taking home. And that's, of course, the CBD and, the plant extracts that we're talking about. So you get all 3 of them for $59. Normally, it would be $95 to pick up all of them. So you're saving $36 by picking it up as this bundle here this evening. 3-piece set for just $59. As a reminder, you get your face scrub. That's something you use a couple times a week or every other day, something like that. You follow it up with your 4-ounce toner, which is all about balancing the pH level of your skin. And then the last step is your face lotion. And that face lotion has a grapefruit kind of vibrant, refreshing scent. So it really will help you kind of wake up in the morning. And if you use other serums in your routine, as I do, you would cleanse, scrub, do all of that stuff, put your toner, and then you would follow it up with whatever serums you use. It goes in the order of thin to thickest. So even if you use like thicker creams, just do it in order of thin to thickest. So the toner is thin, the face cream's a little thicker. That's how you do it. Your serum would probably be somewhere in between here. Although some of them can be quite thick. So $59 for that. Everything that is in this show, all beauty CBD hour, is available at SurlaGrace.com. And Megan and I, Cathy, will be joining you again in just a little bit. We're going to talk about some other topicals and edibles coming up. But for now, our beauty hour is done. You can find it on SurlaGrace.com. Thanks so much for joining us. Wait, give us just a couple